Namaste. I'm in a semi-dire situation right now. If the criminal that lives here either turns off the electricity, I'm recording this as well, so nothing is really lost. And I have a laptop, so power doesn't really matter. But if the power does go out, I'm gonna grab the camera, which is my phone, and record the because it's in the basement. I gotta run down to the basement and then record what he was doing and then call the cops. And hopefully that is it. That's one of the worst case scenarios right now. Okay, I'm reading Garuda Purana again, chapter 1. Garuda Purana Nepali Pasha Dvika Praramampa Mata Pratamotyayah Narayanam Namasakrutya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasvatim Chaiva Tato Jayamudirayat Talmadurutha Badata Talmadurutha Badata Mulo Vedaskanantaha Purana Shaka Tuyah Gratu Kusumo Mokoshapalo Matusudanapadappo Jayati Naimishwe Nimishakushwetre Roshayah Shaunakadayah Satram Subaigaya Lokaya Sahasra Samama Sata Ta Ekada Tu Munayah Pratalhuta Huta Gnayah Satakrutam Sutamasinam Paprachacha Paprachachudit Paprachachudidamadarat Gatito Pavata Samyagdevamaigah Sukhapradah Vashaya Uchuh Gatito Pavata Samyagdevamaigah Sukhapradah Idanim Shrotu Mitchamo Yamamaigam Payapradam Tata Samsara Duhokani Tatukle Shakushoya Satanam Ahika Mushimikan Kleshan Yata Bakatu Mahasi Ahika Mushimikan Kleshan Yata Bakatu Mahasi Suta Ubacha Shrinutuvam Po Mibakushoyami Yamamaigam Sudulgamam Sukhadam Punuyashilanam Papinam Tuhokadayakam Yata Shri Vishnuna Proktam Painateyaya Purchachate Tataiva Gatami Shuyami Samde Hacha Chedanadaya Samde Hacha Chedanaya Bahu Gata Chetusukhamasi Nam Baikunan Tue Shri Harim Gurum Vinaya Banato Putva Paprachacha Vinata Sutah Garuda Ubacha Pakati 말고 바후비타흐 까티토 파바타 마마 타타 짜 까티타 데바 파그타남 까티루트타마 아투나 슈로투 미츠차미 야마마이감 파얌까라무 드바드 파그티 비무카남 자 따트라이바 가마남 슈루타무 수가맘 바가바는 나마 지흐바 자 바샤발디니 타타피 나라감 야는띠 티그티가수뚜 티그티가수뚜 나라타마는 아또 메 바가바는 부루히 바비남 야 가틸 파베트 야마말 가시아 두허카니 따타테 브라부누바는띠 바이 श्री भगवानुवाच पाकुशूयेहम् sorry let's check how many 60 okay पाकुशूयेहम् शृण्वो पाकुशूयिनन्दरा 야마말감 자 예나 예 나라께 바비노 야는띠 슈르는 바타마피 피디다무 예히 바바라타 스타일 구슈여 다야 탈마 비발지타흐 두실더 상은가 시자 사츠차 스트라사트 상은가 비땅은 무카 사츠차 스트라사트 상은가 스트라사트 상은가띠 사츠차 스트라사트 상은가띠 빠랑은 무카흐 드마삼파 비타흐 스다부타 타나마나마 타나마나마다는 비타흐 아수람 파바마빠는나 다이비 삼빠드 비발지타흐 아네까체트다 비프라는따 모하자라 사마부르따흐 브라사크따흐 까마포게슈 바타는띠 나라케슈짱 예 나라 지냐나시라 쉐짱 때 야는띠 바라맘 까띠무 빠빠시라 나라 야는띠 두허케나 야마야다나무 빠비나마이히감 두허캄 야타 바바티 따체초르누어 따따스테 마라넘 브라비아 야타 가츠차는띠 야다나무 수꾸르땀 두슈꾸르땀 바비 보그트바 볼밤 야탈지땀 갈마요가 뜨다다 다시아 가시티드 비아티흐 브라자야테 티비아티사마 요크탐 지비타 샤사무트 수까무 갈로 발리야 나히바다지냐타흐 발리야 나히바다지냐타흐 프라티파디아테 따뜨라 비아자 따닐베도 무리야마너흐 스바얌 푸르타이흐 자라요빠 듣다 바이루 비오 마라너 비모코 그로해 따스테바마티오바니앗 따스테바마티오바니아스담 그르하파라 이바하라는 아마야 비아프라디 부타그니 라레파 바하로를 바자슈투이타흐 비아프라디 비아프라디 부타그니 라를 바하롤바 비아프라디 부다 그니라를 바 비아프라디 부다 그니라를 바 하로를 빠자시 투이타흐 바유노트 그라마 바유노트 그라마 또뜨따라흐 까팔라 까파 삼룻 까파 삼룻 까파 삼루드탐 까파 삼루드탄 까파 삼루드 까파 삼루루 삼루 까파 삼루드타 까파 삼루드타나 두이카흐 까파 삼루드 까파 삼루드 sorry 까파 삼루드 루루 까파 삼루드탐 까파 삼루드탐 루루 까파 삼루드타나 두이카흐 가사스바 사쿠르타 야사흐 가는 초에 쿠라쿠라 야떼 샤야나흐 파리쇼자드 피흐 파리비타흐 스바바는 투피흐 바지야마노피 나 부르테 가라파 샤바샴 까타흐 에밤 꾸뚜문 바파라누에 꾸뚜문 바파라누에 비야무르타 드마 지텐드리야흐 무리야테 루다탐 스바나 마르무르테 스바나 무르베다나야 스탓 스바나 무르베다나야 스바나 무르베다나야 스타티흐 스바나 무르베다나야 스타티흐 따스미는 나는 따 헛구슈에 헛구셔누에 따스미는 나는 따 따스미는 나는 따 헛구슈어 따스미는 나는 따 헛구슈어 따스미는 나는 따 헛구슈어 따스미는 나는 따 헛구셔누에 따 구슈여 따이비 드르셔두이흐 브라장야테 에키 부담 자가트 살밤 나 김치드 바쿠투미 하테 비칼레는드리아 삼카테 자이타니에 자도담 카테 브라짤라는티 따타흐 브라노 야미알니카트 발티피흐 스바스타나 쯔짤리테 시바세 까르파키오 히아투라쿠쇼노흐 샤타부르시치카 다시토비아 샤타부르시치카 다시토시아 샤타부르시치카 다시토시아 야 바드 사누푸야테 페나무드 기라테 I have to double check this. 29. It's almost over, folks. Bad days are almost over, folks. And if it's happening with me, it's happening throughout the whole world. We're just reflections of the world. The world is in you, the world is in me. The world is in God. And I'm in the world. Yeah. 페나무드 기라테 소타 무캄 라라 꿀람 파베트 아토드 바레너 까츠차는띠 바비남 브라너바 야바흐 야마두 떼오 따다 브라브떼오 비마오 사라파세크쇼노 사라파세크쇼노 Panshadanundo Dharao Naganao Danan Taiho Kato 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 Yitao Kato Kato Yitao Ultavakashao Ka Kakurashano Pakaratunundo Naka Yutao Sa Turashutava Turasata Hrudayahu Shakuru는 Mu Tram Bimunchati. Double checking something. Yep, cool. Angungushitamatrahu Purusho Ha Gulbanu Kalevarat Tadaiva Guruhyate Du Dairiyamiyaihu Pasyanan Subakam Guruhamu Yatana Aburutiya Pashaibadu Tuva Kale Balat Nayato Dilkamatvanam Nanunduyam Rajapatto Yata Tasyaivam Niyamanasya Tutah Samtaljayananti Ja Prabhadananti Payam Dibram Narakanam Punah Shikram Prachala Dushirtamana Yasyasi Devam Yamalayam Gumumpika Dinaras Dinarakam Setavam Gumumpika Dinarakam Setavam Dinarakam Setavam Naya Bodhya Ma Chiram Evam Vajastada Shranambanan Banantunam Rudi Ruditam Tata Ujjaya Heti Vilapamsita Duyote Yamakinganka Raihu. Difficult word. Dayol nilpi는 나흐르다야 숫달자 날자 다베파투흐. Halfway done. Dayol nilpi는 나흐르다야 숫달 Dayol nilpi는 나흐르다야 숫달자이나 달자나일 Dayol nilpi는 나흐르다야 숫달자나일 자 다베파투흐. Dayol nilpi는 나흐르다야 숫달자나일 자 다베파투흐. Pati Shivapil Pakushiyamano Altokam Siva Manusamarana Kushutut Paritol Kadabala Nilaihu Kushutut Paritol Kadabala Nilaihu Kushutut Paritol Kada Kushutut Paritol Kushutut Paritol Kadabana Nala Kushutut Paritol Kadabana Nilaihu Samtapyamanahu Pati Tapudaba Luke Gurcheno Purushatue Kashaya Ja 当对大是加拉蒂亚下个多比，니랑 시라 못할게. 따뜨라, 애딴 치라는 또, 뭘 치따흐. 보나루듯 티따흐. 여탕, 빠비야사, 니 따스따마사, 야마사 다나무. 뜨리필 무홀 딸드바 비암. 마 니야떼 따뜨라 마나바흐 버라달샤야는띠 두따스따 고라 나라카야따나흐 무홀따마뜨라 뜨뜨바리땀 야맘 비구슈여 파얌 뿌마느 야마지냐야 사맘 두따이흐 보나라야띠 캣짜라 아가미야 바사나 바드토 데하미츠차는 야마누가이흐 트르따흐 바셰나 루다띠 구슈뜨뜨르드 피암 파리비두이따흐 봄 끝에 비는덤 수타일 따뜻함 다남 짜투라카리까무 따타피 나스티카스탈 고슈여 드르프팀 야티 나 바타키 바비남 노빠뜨슈터는띠 다남 시라드탐 잘람잘리흐 아따흐 구슈드 비아굴라 야는띠 베는더 다나푸 베는더 다나푸조삐 때 바바는띠 브라타루 바스때 베는더 다나비 발지따흐 아까르밤 늘자나라누예 프라마는띠 바후두허키따 바후두허키따흐 나푸크땀 구슈이야떼 깔마 까르바꼬뚜이 샤따이라삐 아푸크트바 야따남 자는 뚫마누 슈염 라파떼 나히 아또 나디아트 수타흐 베는더는 디네슈 다샤수 드비장 브라티아함 때 비파지하는 때 짜툴파가이흐 카고트따마 파가드바얌 두 데하시야 보슈두이담 푸타 반짝게 드르티얌 야마두다남 짜툴탐 소파지바티 아호라 드라이슈자 나바피흐 브라타흐 베는더 마바브누야트 자는 뚫 니시바는나 데하시자 다샤메 발라마 브누야트 다그테 데헤 보날 데하흐 베는더이 루트바디아테 카가 하스타마 트라흐 부마느 예나 바티 봄끝에 슈파무 10 more left 브라타메하니 야흐 베는더스테나 물타 브라자야테 그리바스까는 테오 드비티예나 드르티야드 트르다얌 드르띠야드 트르다얌 드르띠야드 트르다얌 파베트 짜툴테나 파베트 sorry 짜툴테나 파베트 버르시텀 반짜마는나 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 비레바짜 투에 셔시투에나 짜 까뚜이 구히암 사프타마트 사크티니 파베트 자누바데오 따타 드바 피암 다샤메흐니 구슈타 뚜르슈 베는도잠 데하마 시리티야 구슈타 비슈트 스트르셜 티타흐 구슈타 비슈트 스트르 구슈타 비슈트 스트르셜 구슈타 비슈트 스트르셜 티타흐 에까 다샴 드바 다샴 짜 브레또 붐끝에 디나드바야무 드라요다 쇼하니 브레또 야는 뜨리또 야마깡은 기라이흐 다스미는 말게 브라자티에코 브르히타 이바 말까떠흐 쇼더시 티사하스라 누이 요자나남 브라마노타흐 야마말 가시야 비스타로 비나 바이타라 누임 카가 아하니 바이 브라토 요자나남 샤타드바야무 짜뜨바림 샤트타타 사부타 디바라트레노 까츠차티 아티티야 그라마쇼 말게 브라누이마니 쇼더샤 브라야티 달마라자시야 파바남 파타키 자나흐 사오미암 사오리뿌람 니게는 드라 파바남 나게는 드라 파바남 가는 탈바 샤일라 가마우 그라운짬 구루라뿌람 비치드라 파바남 바흐바 바담 두허카다무 나나 그라는다 뿌람 수타부타 파바남 라우드람 바요발쇼놈 시다 투염 바후피티 탈마 파바남 야미암 뿌람 짜그라타흐 야미아파 샤일 트르타흐 빠뽀 하헤티 브라루다느 파티 스바그르함 뚜 파리티아지야 뿌람 사미아마누브라제트 사미아마누브라 아가르텍트 사미아마누브라 브라브라브라 사미아마누브라제트 이티 시리가루드 브라노에 사로드타레 파피나 마히카 무시미카 두허캇 니루바놈 파피나 마히카 무시미카 두허캇 니루바놈 나마 브라타모티아야흐 Take that, demons. This is the most excellent book, Garuda Purana. It destroys evil like there's no other compared to it. I'm gonna read it 3 times. If I read it properly just once, this world would have turned down like Sodom and Gomorrah. I guess it's meant to be that way. I'm not reading it fluently. So I'm gonna read it 3 times, at least. Five is my goal. Okay, I have a new English version. I mean, same translation, just new lettering, so it's easier to read for me. I'll get to it now. Let me just do this. Sorry, it's gonna take me 30 seconds or less. And back to chapter 1. Chapter 1. An account of the miseries of the simple in this world and the other. The tree Matusudana, whose firm root is law, whose trunk is the Vedas, whose abundant branches are the Puranas, whose flowers are sacrifices, and whose fruit is liberation, excels. In Naimisho, the field of the sleepless ones, the sages, Saunaka and others, perform sacrifices for thousands of years to attain the heaven world. Those sages once in the morning, having offered oblations to the sacrificial fire, respectfully asked this of the revered Suuta sitting there. The sages said, "The happiness-giving path of the Shining Ones has been described by you. We now wish to hear about the fear-inspiring way of Yama, also of the miseries of the world of change, and the means of destroying its pains. Please tell us correctly about the afflictions of this world and the other." Suuta said, "Listen then. I am willing to describe the way of Yama, very difficult to tread, happiness-giving to the virtuously inclined, misery-giving to the sinful. As it was declared to Vainateya by the blessed Vishnu when asked, just so will I relate it to remove your difficulties. Once when the blessed Hari, the teacher, was sitting at ease in Vaikuntha, the son of Vinata, having bowed reverently, inquired. Garuda said, "The path of devotion of many forms has been described to me by you, and also a Shining One has been told the highest goal of the devotees. Now I wish to hear about the fearsome way of Yama, along which is the traveling, it is revealed, of those who turn away from devotion to thee. The name of the Lord is easily pronounced, and the tongue is under control. Fie upon the wretched men who nevertheless go to hell. Tell me then, O Lord, to what condition the simple come, and in what way they obtain the miseries of the way of Yama." The blessed Lord said, "Listen, O Lord of birds, and I will describe the way of Yama, terrible even to hear about, by which those who are sinful go in hell. O 땅의 고시여, those who delight in sin, destitute of compassion and righteousness, attached to the wicked, averse from the true scriptures and the company of the good, self-satisfied, unbending, intoxicated with the pride of wealth, having the ungodly qualities, lacking the divine attributes, bewildered by many thoughts, enveloped in the net of delusion, reveling in the enjoyments of the desire, nature, fall into a foul hell. Those men who are intent upon wisdom go to the highest goal. The simply inclined go miserably to the torments of Yama. Listen how the misery of this world accrues to the sinful, then how they, having passed through death, meet with torments. Having experienced the good or bad actions in accordance with his former earning, then as the result of his actions some disease arises. Powerful death, unexpectedly like a serpent, approaches him stricken with bodily and mental pain, yet anxiously hoping to live. Not yet tired of life, being cared for by his dependents, with his body deformed through old age, nearing death in the house, he remains like a house dog, eating what is ungraciously placed before him, diseased, with failing digestion, eating little, moving little, with eyes turned up through loss of vitality, with tubes obstructed by phlegm, exhausted by coughing and difficult breathing, with the death rattle in his throat. lying encircled by his sorrowing relatives. Though being spoken to, he does not answer, being caught in the news of death. In this condition, with mind busy with the support of his family, with senses unconquered, swooning with intense pain, he dies amidst his weeping relatives. In his last moment, Otakushu, a divine vision arises. All the worlds appear as one, and he does not attempt to say anything. Then, at the destruction of the decayed senses and the numbing of the intelligence, the messengers of Yama come near and life departs. When the breath is leaving its place, the moment of dying seems an age, and pain like the stinging of 100 scorpions is experienced. Now he emits foam, his mouth becomes filled with saliva, the vital breaths of the sinful depart by the lower gateway. Then 2 terrifying messengers of Yama are come, of fierce aspect, bearing nooses and rods, naked with grinding teeth, as black as crows, with hair erect, with ugly faces, with nails like weapons, seeing whom his heart palpitates, and he releases excrements. The man of the size of a thumb, crying out, "Oh, oh," is dragged from the body by the servants of Yama, looking the while at his own body. Having put round him a body of torment, and bound the noose about his neck, they forcibly lead him a long way, like the king's officers a convict. While thus leading him, the messengers menace him, and recount over and over again the awful terrors of the hells. "Hurry up, you wicked man, you shall go to the abode of Yama. We will lead you now without delay to Gumpi, Bangaka, and the other hells." Then, hearing these words, and the weeping of his relatives, crying loudly, "Oh, oh," he is beaten by the servants of Yama. With failing heart and shuddering at their threats, bitten by clogs upon the way, afflicted, remembering his misdeeds, hungry and thirsty, roasting in the sun, forest fires and hot winds, struck upon the back with whips, painfully he walks, almost powerless, along a road of burning sand, shelterless and waterless, here and there falling exhausted and insensible, and rising again. In this way, very miserably led through the darkness to the abode of Yama, the man is brought there in a short time, and the messengers show him the terrible torments of hell. Having seen the fearful Yama, the man, after a time, by command of Yama, swiftly comes back through the air with the messengers. Having returned, bound by his past tendencies, desiring the body, but held back with the news by the followers of Yama, tortured by hunger and thirst, he weeps. He obtains the rice balls given by his offspring, and the gifts made during the time of his illness. Nevertheless, Otakushuya, the sinful denier, does not obtain gratification. The Shiradita, the gifts and the handsful of water for the sinful, do not uplift. Although they eat the rice ball offering, still they are tortured with hunger. Those who are in the departed condition, deprived of the rice ball offering, wander about in great misery in an uninhabited forest until the end of the age. Karma not experienced does not die away, even in thousands of millions of ages. The being who has not experienced the torment certainly does not obtain the human form. Hence, twice born, for 10 days the sun should offer rice balls. Every day, these are divided into 4 portions, O best of birds. 2 portions give nourishment to the 5 elements of the body. The third goes to the messengers of Yama, lives upon the 4th. For 9 days and nights, the departed obtains rice balls, and on the 10th day, the being, with fully formed body, acquires strength. The old body being cremated, a new one is formed by these offerings, O bird. The man the size of a hand, by this experiences good and evil on the way. By the rice ball of the first day, the head is formed, the neck and shoulders by the second. By the third, the heart forms. By the 4th, the back forms, and by the 5th, the navel. By the 6th, the hips and secret parts. By the 7th, the thigh forms. Likewise, next the knees and feet by 2. On the 10th day, hunger and thirst, dwelling in the body formed by the rice balls, very hungry and pained with dust. On both the 11th and 12th days, the departed eats. On the 13th day, the departed, bound by the servants of Yama, walks alone along the road like a captured monkey. The extent of the way of Yama measures 86,000 yojanas, without by Daranui, a word. 247 yojanas each day the departed travels, going by day and night. Having passed successively through these 16 cities on the way, the sinful man goes to the place of the King of Righteousness. read this for the sorry. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? 13 to 18, 28. Calm place, town of Saturn, residence of the Lord of Serpents, place of singers, inaccessible mountain, name of a mountain, town of cruelty, a wonderful place, many calamities, misery giving, town of sick, very cries, very hot place, savage, rains, very cold, many horrors. Before the city of Yama, the abode of righteousness. Held by the nooses of Yama, the sinful crying out, oh, having left his own house, goes on the way to the city of Yama. Let's check the last one. Yeah, I did it. Alright, I'm gonna take a little break. That was a lot of reading. I'm gonna take like 2 to 5 minute break. Thank you. Okay, I'm done. Today is 129. Please let it be shorter. Please let it be shorter. Please let it be shorter. 11 long verses. Okay, here we go. 넘었을 때 얌, 뜨밤, 라타미는드라, 메타사다예, 메타사다예 빠가, 사는따미슈이라, 브라노야시, 브라나바디아, 나야시, 사디아시제드따마피실도예, 까로, 바샤시짱, 바지나무, 사스마 까마나바디아, 두두자나, 베타사미맘, 바짬나, 베타사무, 사슈루티, 야흐, 스마, 부르타나수, 가수, 지드다쿠슈야, 이는드라, 바라후다예, 드르피라시, 브라툴다예, 느르피흐, 야흐, 슈라이흐, 스바흐, 사니타, 요, 비브라이바잠, 다루타, 다미샤나사, 이라타는따, 바지남, 브로크쇼마티암, 나, 바지나무, 다스모, 히, 슈마, 부르쇼놈, 비는바시, 드바짬, 감, 비디아비라라룸, 슈라, 말티암, 파리부르너쿠슈이, 말티암, 이는드로땀, 두피암, 따드디바, 따두르드라야, 스바야 샤세, 미트라야, 보짬, 바루노야, 사프라타흐, 스무르루이가야, 사프라타흐, 아스마감, 바, 이는드라 무시마시 실도예, 사카얌, 비시바윰, 브라사함, 유잠, 바제슈, 브라사함, 유잠, 아스마감, 브라흐마타예바, 브르트수슈, 가수, 찌트, 나히트바, 샤투르흐, 스타라테, 스트루노슈이, 얌, 비시밤, 샤투룸, 스트루노슈이, 얌, 니, 슈, 나마티마팀, 가야시야, 찌뜨떼쥐쉿. It's gonna take me a while. It's this word here. So intimidated. 찌뜨떼쥐쉿터 피라라누이 필노티 피루그로티 피흐 찌뜨떼쥐쉿터 피라라누이 필노티 피루그라 찌뜨떼쥐쉿터 피라라누이 찌뜨떼. Thank God for nicotine. In Kenya, Usha's name, thank you. 찌뜨떼쥐쉿터 피라라누이 필노티 피루그라 찌뜨때 주실터 피라라 누이 필노띠 피루그라 피루그로띠 피흐 내슈이 누어 야타 뿌라 네나흐 슈라 마니아세 비시바니 뿌로라빠 발슈이 바흐니라사 바흐닐노 아츠차 브라 따드보짜얌 바비야데 바비야야는다베 하비오 나야 유셔바는마는마 레자띠 유셔바는마는마 레자띠 라쿠쇼하 마는마 레자띠 스바얌 소 아스마다 니도 바타이라자따 둘마띠무 아바 스라베다 카타 카샴소 바타라 마바 스라베다 카탐 카샴 스라베다 카샴소 스라베다 카샴소 바타라 마바 스라베다 카샴 스라베다 카샴소 따바라 메바 Need water. 스라베 카샴소 바타라마바 스라베다 카탐 스라베다 카샴 스라베다 카샴소 따바라 바타라마바 스라베다 카탐 스라베다 카샴소 바타라메바 마바 스라베다 카탐쇼 바타라메바 바타라마바 스라베다 카샴 스라베다 카샴소 바타라마바. One more. Got interrupted. That's really timely too. Makes you wonder, is everything random or nothing is random? 스라베다 카샴소 바타라마바 스라베다 카샴소 바타라 스라베다 카샴소 바타라마바 구슈드라미바 스라베트 바네마 나도 토트라야 짓다는 띠야 바네마 라이바흐 수비리암 라는 밤 사는 땀 수비리암 둘만은 마남 수많은 뚜피랩 술많은 뚜피랩 미쇼 부르찌 마히 아 사띠야 피리는 드람 디우문나후 띠피리야 자뜨람 디우문나후 띠피흐 브라빠 보 아스메 스바야 쇼피루띠 스바야 쇼피루띠 바리발가 이는드로 둘마띠남 다리 많은 둘마띠남 스바얌 사 리셔야티아이 야나 우페슈에 아트라이흐 하테마 사는 나 바꾸셔띠 구슈이프따 둘누일나 줄누일나 바꾸셔띠 뜨밤 나 이는드라 라야 바리너사 야히 발타 아네하사 부로 야히아라쿠셔사 바짜스바 나흐 바라까 아 사짜스바 나흐 바라까 아 사짜스바 스타미까 아 바히 노 두라다라다 피실도이 피흐 사다 바히야 피실도이 피흐 뜨밤 나 이는드라 라야 Darusha Sogram, Jititva, Mahima, Sakushadabase, Mahe, Mitram, Nabase, Ojishirtu, Tarabita, Ratam, Kam, Jidamaltia, Ania Masamadu, Ania Masamaduri, Ania Masamaduri Shuehe, Kam, Jidaduribo, Riri Kushanantam, Jidaduribahu, Bahi na Inandra, Sushitutam, Sritovayata, Sadamidil Dulmatinam, Dabahu, 사는 둘마티남 하는 땅 바시야 라쿠셔사스트라 땅 비브라시아 마바타흐 아타 히 뜨바 자니땅 지자나드바소 라쿠쇼하넘 뜨바 지자나드바소 Namasutta. The car which Inandara thou for service of the gods. Though it be far away, O swift one, bring us near, which blameless one thou bringest near. Place swiftly nigh for us for our help. Be thy will that it be strong. Blameless and active, hear the speech of orderers, the speech of us like orderers. Hear Inandara, thou whom men in every fight must call to show thy strength, for cry out battle with the men, with men of war for victory. He who with heroes wins the light, who with the singers gains the prize, him the rich seek to gain even as a swift strong steed, even as a courser fleet and strong. Thou mighty pourest forth the hide that holds the rein. Thou keepest far away, hero, the wicked men. Thou shuttest out the wicked men. Inandara, to thee I sing, to Dyaus, to Rudra, glorious in himself, to Mitra Varuna, I sing a far-famed hymn, to the kind God a far-famed hymn. We wish our Indra here, that he may further you, the friend, beloved of all. The very strong ally, in wars the very strong ally. In all encounters, strengthen thou our prayer to be a help to us. No enemy, whom thou smitest down, subdueth thee, no enemy whom thou smitest down. Bow down the overweening pride of every foe with succor, like to kindling wood in fiercest flame with mighty succor. Mighty one, guide us, thou hero, as of old, so art thou counted blameless still. Thou drivest as a priest all sins of men away, as priest in person seeking us. This may I utter to the presence of my drop, which meet to be invoked with power, awakes the prayer, awakes the demon-slaying prayer. May he himself with darts of death drive far from us the scorner's hate. Far let him flee away who speaketh wickedness, and vanish like a mote of dust. By thoughtful invocation this may we obtain great wealth, O wealthy one, with hero sons, wealth that is sweet with hero sons. Him who is wrath we pacify with sacred food and eulogies. Inandra, the holy with our cause, inspired and true, the Holy One with cause inspired. On for your good and ours, come Indra, with the aid of his own lordliness, to drive the wicked hence, to rend the evil-hearted ones. The weapon which devouring fiends cast at us shall destroy themselves. Struck down, it shall not reach the mark. Hurled forth, the firebrand shall not strike. With riches in abundance, Indra, come to us, come by an unobstructed path, come by a path from demons free. Be with us when we stray afar, be with us when our home is nigh. Protect us with thy help, both near and far away. Protect us ever with thy help. Thou art our own, O Indra, with victorious wealth. Let might accompany thee, the strong, to give us aid like Mitra, to give us mighty aid. O strongest Savior, helper thou immortal, of each warrior's car. Hurt thou Another and not us, O thunder-armed, one who would hurt, O thunder-armed. Save us from injury, thou who art well extolled. Ever the wander off art thou of wicked ones, even as a god of wicked ones. Thou slayer of the evil fiend, savior of sinners such as I. Good Lord the Father made thee slayer of the fiends, made thee, good Lord, to slay the fiends. It's a good hymn. Kind of fits. Okay, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. Oops. Yoga Sutra coming up in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm done. So apparently there's a rally going on. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about politics, so I won't, but there's a rally going on. Okay. So, Yoga Sutra. I'm gonna do this session for about an hour. If I get tired of doing the Yoga Sutras, I'm gonna move on to Bhagavad Gita and finish with it. Hopefully, 45 minutes of the sutra. Sutra means manual, yoga manual. Okay, here we go. Namaste. My 7.99 chord. When you don't have money, everything becomes translated into money. Like this is $3, this is $5. Okay, here we go. I don't make any. I could speak Sanskrit better than almost all the people on the planet, but I still don't make money. What does that mean? It sucks. That's what it means. I need to double check this fuzziness there. 29. 이하는데. 이렇게. 따뜨라. 요강은강한 야바타. 요강 야바타리하는 때 야마니야마 사나프라노 야마프라티야 하라타라노 티아나 사마타 요실떠 방은가니. I need to read it again. 야마니야마 사나프라노 야마프라티야 하라타라노 티아나 사마. Yeah. There's note to self. Remember to breathe. That might be a long word. 야마니야마 사마프라노 야마프라티야 하라타라노 티아나 사마타 요실떠 방은가니. 야타 그라마메 슈 마누슈트남 스바루 빰짜 바쿠슈여 마흐. Number 1. Okay. 바쿠슈여 마흐. And thus these to yoga are determined. Abstentions and observances and postures and regulations of the breath and withdrawal of the senses and fixed attention and contemplation and concentration are the 8 aids. The following up of these must be performed in succession, and what they are, we shall describe. Tatra Ahimsa Satya Satya Brahmacharya. Ahimsa Satya Satya Brahmacharya Parigraha Yamaha. Tatra Himsa Salvata Salvada Salvaputana Manapidrohaha. Salvaputana Manapidrohaha. Uttare Jan Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Siddhiti Paratayaiva. Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Siddhiti. Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Siddhiti Paratayaiva. Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Siddhiti Paratayaiva. Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Siddhiti Paratayaiva. I'm gonna leave it. I said it twice. Daya. And then, okay. Daya. Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Siddhiti Parataya. Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Siddhiti Paramataya. Parataya. Sorry. Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Siddhiti Parataya. Yamaniyama Satanumula Stat Siddhiti Parataya. Tatu Pratipadanaya Pratipadiyanante. Tadabada Taru Bakarano Yaupadiyanante. I'm gonna double check this fuzzy character. Yaivopa. Tadabadata. Tadabada taru bakarano yaivopa Tata Jokatamu Sa Karivayam Brahmano Yata Pratani 바후니 사마디트 사테 따타 브라마다쿠르테 피오 힘사니다 네피오 니발타마 나스타 메바바다 따루바 마힘삼 almost 니발타마나 Hello, Mr. RPG. What sources should we refer to for the given field? I'm gonna write it in the comments. I go to archive.org, and the name of this is Yoga Sutra's 3 commentaries. That's the original. That's the one I use. And I have other versions which are not as reliable, but they're for backups because the one that I'm using is terribly printed. But the one that I'm using is Yoga Sutra's 3 commentaries. The reason why I read this version is because it has most of the alternatives. The text has been changed, over the last 6,000 years or so. Obviously, it's bound to change because it's so long. And since the printing is not the most desirable, I refer to the backups. I have 4 different backups. These are all on archive.org. And this one is called Patanjali Yoga Darshanam with Vyasa Pashya. And another one is called Patanjali Yoga Darshana of Patanjali with Vyasa. You could stop the video and look at the names too. It should show up. And the last version that I use, I have a physical copy of this. I put it away because I don't need it anymore. It's called Patanjali Yoga Sutra with Pashya Vyasa. Okay, I hope that answers the question. And I'm also using the English translation. Yoga, it's by James. Okay, 223. This is the best English translation. James Houghton Woods. Yoga System of Patanjali. Or nowadays they call it Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. But yeah, it's by James Houghton Woods. I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions, just ask me. Okay. 니발타마 나스타 메바 바다 따루바 마힘삼. One more. 니발타마 나스타 메바 바다 따루바 마힘삼 까로티 사티암 야타알테 방음마나세 야타 들으실덤 야타 누미땀 따타 방음마나시짜티 파라트라 스바보타 삼크라는 스바보타 삼스까 마라트라 스바보타 삼크라는 따에 바구그따 사 야디나 반치따 프라는 따바 브라티파트티 바는 티아 바 I'm wondering if this is a V or a B. Brati, brati, manantia. Alright, I read it. Ba, pavediti, eshu, saiva pu topakara, saiva pu topaka, saiva pu topakara, etam, braburitata, na, pu topakataya, yadi, jaivan, jaivamapia piti yamana, pu topaka taparaiva, pu topaka taparaiva, sianana satyam, pavet papane, pavet papameva, pavet tena, punuya pasena, punuya pratiru pakenam, punuya pratiru pakeno, kashutam tamahu, prapunuyat, tasmat pari kushuya, saivapu tahitam, satyam, puruyat, Sutyamasha sutrapu vakam, Sutyamasha sutrapu vakam, Drabhyanam paratahu, Svikaranam, Tatu pratishwetahu, Punarasapuru haru pamasutayamiti, Punarasapuru haru pamasutayamiti, Brahmacharyam, Kuputanandriya. Sorry, my throat. I have a question for you. Do you read Sanskrit? If you can't read it, there's another website that I could show you. It has all the English transliterations. I'll show you after this anyway. Kuputanan. Kuputanandriyasya pasatasya samyamaha. Look at that word. This is one. That line is one word. there are words longer than that too. And what to do with this? You just breathe in really, really deep. Vipayana maljana rakushana. Vipayana maljana rakushana kushaya sanganga himsa dosho daishana. That is vikaranamapi mapari graha. Vipayana maljana rakushana kushaya. Vipayana maljana rakushana kushaya. I guess I'm tired from reading Garuda Purana a little bit. It's only been 115 minutes. Vipayana maljana rakusho Vipayana maljana rakusho no kushoya sanganga himsa. Vipayana maljana rakusho. It's gonna take me a while. Unless I get really lucky. Vipayana maljana rakusho no kushoya sanganga himsa dosho daishana dasapi karanamapi mapari graha. Vipayana maljana rakusho no kushoya sanganga himsa dosho daishana dasapi karanamapari graha. I read it right. I didn't like the way I read. Does that mean I have to do it over again? I'll do it one more time. Vipayana maljana rakusho no kushoya sanganga himsa dosho daishana dasapi karanamapari graha. Ityete yamahu. Okay, so I'll show you. This is a website. If you could read it, it's KYMYOGAVaisharadi.org. KYMYOGAVaisharadi.org. KYM Yoga Vaisharadi. KYMYogaVaisharadi.org. It has English transliterations of the Sanskrit words if you don't read Sanskrit. I read Sanskrit. So proud. Of these, abstinence from injury and from falsehood and from theft and from incontinence and from acceptance of gifts are the abstentions. Of these, abstinence from injury means the abstinence from malice towards all living creatures in every way and at all times, and the other abstentions and observances are rooted in it. Insofar as their aim is the perfection of it, they are taught in order to teach it. And in this sense it has been said, surely this same Brahman, in proportion as he desires to take upon himself many courses of action, and this proportion refraining from heedlessly giving injury, fulfills abstinence from injury in order to give it the full character of its spotlessness. Abstinence from falsehood means speech and mind such as correspond to the object intended, and speech and mind corresponding to what is seen or inferred or heard. If speech is spoken in order that one's own knowledge may pass to someone else, it should not be deceitful or mistaken or barren of information. It should be used for the service of all, not for the ruin of creatures. And even when used thus, should it be only for the ruin of creatures, it would not be an abstinence from falsehood, it would be nothing less than wrong. Insofar as there would be a false kind of merit, a resemblance of merit, it would become the worst of evils. Therefore consider what is good for all creatures, and speak with abstinence from falsehood. Theft is the unauthorized appropriation of things of value from another, while abstinence from theft, when free from coveting, is a refusal to do this. Continence is control of the hidden organ of generation. Abstinence from acceptance of gifts is abstinence from appropriating objects, because one sees the disadvantages in acquiring them, or keeping them, or losing them, or in being attached to them, or in harming them. These then are the abstentions. Alright, I'm going to take a 2-minute break. That was a long sutra. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Sutra 31. Yeah, shorter. That, do, Janti Deshakala Samayana Bachachinin. Janti Deshakala Samay. Janti Deshakala Samayana Bachachinin Nah Saiva Pauma Mahabharatamu. Tatra Himsa Jatya Bachachinin Nah Matasya Vatakasya. Matasya Vatakasya. Okay, number 1. Matasya Bananta. Matasya Banantakasya. Matasya Banantakasya. That's it, right? Nothing else. Oh, there's another one. Matasya Beta. Matasya Betakasya. Matasya Shuveba. Nanyatra Himsa. Saiva. Desha Bachichinen Na Dilte. Hanishuyo Saiva Kala Bachachinen Na Jatuldashyam Na Bunuya Hani Hanishuyo Miti Saiva Tripiruparas Tripirupatasya Samaya Bachachinen Na Devabra Humanolte Nanyata Hanishuya Miti Yata Ja Kushakutriyanam Yudita Eva Himsa Nanyatrati Epiljati Deshakala Samayaira Nabachachinen. Epiljati Deshakala Samayaira Nabachachinen Na Ahimsa Dayahu Salvataiva Paripalaniyahu. I want to read this again. Epiljati Deshakala Samayaira Nabachachinen. Epiljati Deshakala Samayairana. Epiljati Deshakala Sama. I should have just left it. I read it right. I just didn't like how I sounded. Epiljati Deshakala Samayairana Bat. Epiljati Deshakala Samayairana Bachachinen Na. Alright. Ahimsa Dayahu Salvataiva Paripalaniyahu Salvapumishu Salvabhishoyeshu Salvataiva Viditavya Picharahu Salvataiva Viditavya Picharahu Saiva Pauma Mahabharatamiti Ujanante. Number 2. Probably Ujiate. Yeah. Mahabharatamiti Ujanante. Probably the first one. Now as for these, when they are unqualified by species or place or time, or exigency, and when all classes, the great course of conduct. Of these, abstinence from injury is qualified in respect of species as follows. A catcher of fish does injury to fishes only, and to nothing else. The same is qualified in respect of place, as when one says, I will not slay in a holy place. The same is qualified in respect of time, as when one says, I will not slay on the 14th day, nor on a day of good omen. The same, in the case of one who refrains from 3, is qualified in respect of exigency, as when one says, for the sake of gods and Brahmans, and not otherwise I will slay. Likewise also in the case of the warrior who says, in battle only, injury, and nowhere else. Abstinence from injury and the other, qualified by these species or times or places or exigencies, must be kept when, no less than all cases. In all classes means with regard to all objects, without exceptions in no less than all classes. This is what is meant by speaking of the great course of conduct, when all stages. Okay. I'm intimidated. Shaucha samtosha tapaha sivatia peshivara nuitanani. Shaucha samtosha tapaha sivatia peshivara poranui. Shaucha samtosha tapaha sivatia peshivara poranuitanani niyamaha. Terrible. I'll take it. Tatra shaucham mujijaladi janitam metya pia bahara metya pia bahara no di ja bahyam pianantaram Chititamalana kusholanam Chititamalana kusholanam Samtoshaha Samni hita satana datikasya nupaditasa Tato Devam Devasahanam Devam Devashacham Devam Devashacham. But isn't that the same thing? Devam Devani Cha Devam Devashacham Jikata Sapi Jikata Sapi Pase Shitoshinue Sitana Sane Gashitamauna Garamaune Jam Braba Brata Bra Gashitamauna Garamaune Jam. Why am I so loud? Pratani Jaishum Jaiva. Okay. Jaiva Yata Yogam Gurja Charaba Gurja Chara Charajanandra Yanasa Sam Tapanadini Gurja Charajanandra Yanasam Tapanadini Sibatyayo Mokushosha Satrano Matyayanam Pranobajapo Ba Ishubara Pranuitanam Tasaminan Parama Gurao Salvakai Mai Panom Shayasana Sutto Shaya Sanasutota, Shaya Sanasutota, Bati, Brajanam, Shaya Sanasutota, Tota, Shaya Sanasutota, Shaya Sanasutota, Shaya Sanasutota, Bati, Brajanam Ba. I'm getting tired. That's why I'm checking something that's a little obvious, but now I'm questioning things. 32. Yeah. Brajanam Ba, Subasatahu. Subasatahu, Parikushui Nobitakajalahu. Samsarabi Jakushoyami Kushomanoho. Sianan Nitya Yokuto. Sianan Nitya Yokuto Sumura. Sianan Nitya Yokuto Murata Pogapa. Sianan Nitya Yokuto Murata Pogapa. Sianan Nitya Yokuto Murata Pogapagi. Dia Mukuto. Siana Nitya Mukuto Siana Nitya Mukuto Murata Pogapagi. Yatureda Mukutam Tatahu Pratyaku Chetana Tikama Kamopya Pratyaku Chetana Tikamopya Nantara Ya Pa Vashichati. One more. This will be my last sutra for the day. I'm gonna do Bhagavad Gita. I'm getting tired of the sutras. Pratyaka Chetana Tikamopyanantara Pa Vashichati. All right. Cleanliness and contentment and self-castigation and study and devotion to the Ishvara are the observances. Of these, cleanliness is produced by earth or by water or the like, and by the consumption and other, with regard to pure sacrificial food. This is outer. Inner is the washing away of the blemishes of the mind stuff. Contentment means not to covet more than the means at hand. Self-castigation is the bearing of extremes, hunger and thirst, cold and heat, standing and sitting, stock stillness and formal stillness, and according to usage, courses of conduct such as mortifications and lunar fasts and rigid penances. Study is the recital of books that treat of release or the repetition of the syllable of adoration. Devotion to the Ishvara is the offering up of all actions to the Supreme Teacher. He who rests in himself, for whom the network of perverse considerations has been destroyed, whether resting upon a bed, or on a seat, or wandering upon a road, will behold the destruction of the seed of the Rana rebirths, will be permanently released, will participate in deathless delights. Sigh. With regard to which this has been said, thereafter comes the right knowledge of him who thinks in an inverse way, and the removal of obstacles. I don't want to say I'm almost there, but getting close. Should I do one more? No, I'm done. Yeah. Okay, so 32, 29 to 32. So now I'm gonna read the Bhagavad Gita. I'll take a 2-minute break, and then the Bhagavad Gita is getting easier, so it's not much for me. Okay, I'm almost back. Got a little more break. Chapter 7. So, Sanskrit number 6 or Hindi number 6 is the opposite of 3. Just letting you know. Now you know a little Hindi or Sanskrit. Yeah, it's really short. I could do this. Yeah. Alright. Do I need a little more rest? No, not really. Here we go. Atha sabutamotyayah jiñana vijiñana yogah Shri Bhagavanubhacha Maya Sakutamanah Partha Yogam Yunjanamada Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yatha Jiñasyasi Tachachuranua Jiñanam Teham Savijiñanamidam Pakushuya Miyashashotah Yajijiña Deva Neha Puyoniyajijiña Tabyamava Puyoniyajijiñata Puyoniyajijiñata Vyamavashishyote Puyoniyajijiñata Mavyamjiñata Vya Puyoniyajijiñata Vyamavashishyote Puyoniyajijiñata Vyamavashishyote Manushuyanam Sahasreshu Kashajidyatati Siddhataye Yatatam Siddhanam Kashachinamam Patiti Tatatvatah Pumira Ponalo Pumira Ponalo Payuha Kam Mano Buddhati Ravacha Ahangara Itiyam Me Pinana Prakritira Shirta Prakritira Shirtodha Prakritira Shirtot Prakritira Shirtotha Apareya Mitasat Apareya Mitasat Vanyam Prakritim Vidati Me Param Jiva Putam Mahabaho Nyayadam Taryate Jagat Etadionini Putani Salvanuiti Upataraya Aham Kurutusnasya Jagatah Prabhavah Pralayasatata Matatah Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasati Tananjaya Mai Saivamidam Protam Sutre Manuigano Iva Rasoha Mapusu Gaunanteya Prapasami Shashisuryayoh Pranavah Saivapedeshu Shabudah Ke Paurusham Nurishu Punuyo Ganantah Purtivyam Ja Tejashijasami Vipavasao Jivanam Saivaputeshu Tapashijasami Tapasavishu Bijam Mam Saivaputanam Vidati Balta Sanatanam Buddhati Mata Buddhati Mata Masami Tejas Vinamaham Balavatam Jaham Kamaragavi Vajitam Talma Viruduto Puteshu Gamosumi Paratalshapa Ye Jaiva Satatavika 사뜨뜨비까 바바 바바 에 바바 라자사스타마사 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 시자 예 에뜨따 에베티 sorry 마뜨따 에베티 마뜨따 에베티 따는 비드티 나 뜨바함 때슈 때 마이 드리필구너 마야일 드리필구너 마야일 파바이레피 드리필구너 마야일 파바이레피흐 드리필구너 마야일 파바이레피흐 드리필구너 마야일 파바이레피흐 원몰 드리필구너 마야일 파바이레피흐 살바미담 짜가뜨 모히땀 나 피자 피피피피 나 피자나띠 마메 피아흐 바라마비아야무 다이비 히에슈 구노마이 마야 두라스티아야 두라티아야 sorry come on I guess I'm getting tired huh 마메바 예 브라파디아는 때 마야메땀 따라는 띠때 나맘 두쇼크르티노 무터흐 브라파디아는 때 나라타마흐 마야야 바흐랏 흐르다 마야야 바흐르다 지냐나 마야야 바흐르다 지냐나 아수람 바바마 시리타흐 짜툴비타 바자는 때 바자는 때 I can't say that 바자는 때 자나흐 수크르티 놀주나 알또 지지냐 수랄탈티 지냐니 자 바라탈셔파 대숑 지냐니 니티야 요그다 에카파크티 비시쇼테 에카파크티 비시쇼테 뿌리요 히 지냐니 노티알타 마함 사자 마마 뿌리야흐 우당라흐 살바 에바이테 지냐니 뜨바뜨마이바 메 마따무 아스티타흐 사히 유그따뜨마 마메바 누드따맘 까띠무 바후남 자느마나 많은 때 지냐나바는 맘 브라파디아테 Yeah, I'm getting tired. 바수데바흐 살바미티 사 마하트마 수두라파흐 까마이스타이 흐르타지냐나흐 까마이스타이 흐르타지냐나흐 브라파디아는 테니아데바타흐 땀 니아마마스타야 브라크르티아 니아타흐 스바야 요 얌 따눔 파크타흐 시라드타야 알짓 두 마츠차티 시라드타야 알짓 두 미츠차티 따시야 잘람 시라드탐 따메바 비다타미아하므 사따야 시라드타야 유그따스따시아라 타나미하테 바파테 자 따따흐 까마는 마야이바 비히타는 히타느 아는 따바트투 팔람 테슈음 따드파 따드파바띠아 따드파바띠아를 밤에 타삼 대바는 대바야조 야는띠 마드파그따 야는띠 마마삐 아비아그담 비아그띠 마빠는남 많이하는데 마마부드타야흐 빠람 바바마자 나는 또 마마비아야 마누뜨다 마마비아야 마누뜨다맘 마마비아야 마누뜨다맘 마마비아야 마누뜨다맘 나함 프라카샤흐 살바시야 요가마야 사마브르타흐 무토얌 나 비자나티 놓고 마마자마비아야무 sorry 베다함 사마티타니 발타마나니 짤주나 바비슈누이 자 푸다니 맘두 베다 나 까셨잖아 일치차 드베셔 사무뜨테나 드바는 드바 모헤나 모헤나 파라따 살바푸다니 삼은 모함 살게 야는 띠 빠라는 따빠 예슈음 드바는 따가땀 빠빰 자나남 부누여 깔마너무 때 드바 모하 almost done 때 드반 모한 일무끝 드반 모한 일무끝다 바자는 때 맘 드르터브라따흐 자라마라 너모쿠쇼야 마마시리띠야 야따는 띠예 때 브라흐마 따드비두흐 그르뜨스나마티야 드맘 깔마 짜킬라무 사티푸따 티다이밤 사티푸따 티다이밤 맘 사티야지냠자 예 비두흐 브라야너가 레피 자 맘 때 비두리요그따짜따사흐 비두리요그따짜따사흐 따투사디티 श्रीमद् भगवद गीता Okay. 나한테만 전기가 없어요. Okay, the power went out. I'm gonna finish this on my laptop and see what's going on. Tatusaditti Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Su Panishatusu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Sambade Jnana Vijnana Yogo Nama Sabadamotiayahu. Okay. I'm gonna reconnect my camera. And read the English and then just call it a day. I'll find out what's going on. The internet's not, the electricity to my room is off. Just my room, nowhere else. I don't know what that means. The Holy One said, Listen, O son of Ptah, how, without doubt, thou mayest know me fully, fixing thy mind on me, practicing devotion, and taking refuge in me. I will now, without leaving anything, speak to thee about knowledge and experience, knowing which there will be left nothing in this world to know. One among thousands of men striveth for perfection. Of those even that are assiduous and have attained to perfection, only some one knoweth me truly. Earth, water, fire, air, space, and mind, also understanding and consciousness. Thus hath my nature been divided eightfold. This is a lower nature. Different from this, know there is a higher nature which is animate, O thou of mighty arms, and by which this universe is held. Know that all creatures have these for their source, and the productive cause of the entire universe, and also its destroyer. There is nothing else, O Dhananjaya, that is higher than myself. Upon me is all this woven like a row of pearls on a string. Taste I am in the waters, O son of Kunti, and I am the splendor of both the moon and the sun. Am the in all the Vedas, the sound in space, and the manliness in men. Am the fragrant odor in earth, the splendor in fire, the life of all creatures, and penance in ascetics. Know me, a son of Ptah, to be the eternal seed of all beings. Am the intelligence of all creatures endued with intelligence, and the glory of all glorious objects. I am also the strength of all that are endued with strength, free from desire and thirst. In Upula Parata's race, I am the desire consistent with duty in all creatures. In all existences which are of the quality of goodness and which are of the quality of passion and quality of darkness, know that they are indeed from me. I am, however, not in them, but they are in me. This entire universe, deluded by these three entities, consisting of three qualities, knoweth not me that am beyond them and undecaying. Since this illusion of mine, depending on the qualities, is exceedingly marvelous and highly difficult of being transcended. They that resort to me alone cross this illusion. Doers of evil, ignorant men, the worst of their species, robbed of their knowledge, by illusion and muddled to the state of demons, do not resort to me. Four classes of doers of good deeds worship me, O Arjuna. Viz. That is he that is distrust, he that is an inquirer, he that is desirous of wealth, and he, O Parata's race, who is possessed of knowledge. Of them, he that is possessed of knowledge, being always devoted and having his faith in only one, is superior to the rest, for unto the man of knowledge I am dear above everything, and he also is dear to me. All these are noble, but the man of knowledge is regarded to be my very self, since he, with soul fixed on abstraction, taketh refuge in me as the highest goal. At the end of many lives, the man possessed of knowledge attaineth to me, that Vasudeva is all this. Such a high-souled person, however, is exceedingly rare. They who have been robbed of knowledge by desire resort to other godheads, observant of diverse regulations and controlled by their own nature. Whatever form any worshipper desireth to worship with faith, that faith of his unto that I render steady. Endued with that faith, he payeth his adorations to that, and obtaineth from that all his desires, since all those are ordained by me. The fruits, however, of those persons endued with little intelligence are perishable. They that worship the divinities go to the divinities. They that worship me come even to me. They that have no discernment regard me who am unmanifest to have become manifest, because they do not know my transcendent and undecaying state, than which there is nothing higher. Shrouded by the illusion of my inconceivable power, I am not manifest to all. This deluded world knoweth not me that am unborn and undecaying. I know, Arjuna, all things that have been past, and all things that are present, and all things that are to be. But there is nobody that knoweth me. All creatures, O chastiser of fools, are deluded at the time of their birth by the delusion of parata, of pairs of opposites arising from desire and aversion. But those persons of meritorious deeds whose sins have attained their end, being freed from the delusion of pairs of opposites, worship me, firm in their vow. Those who, taking refuge on me, strive for release from decay and death, know Brahman, the entire Atiyatma, and action. And they who know me with the Atiputa and Atidaiva and the Atiyajinya, having minds fixed on abstraction, know me at the time of their departure. Okay, I'm gonna log off right now, try to find out what's going on with the electricity. So the internet went down, but I was recording it and my laptop's still running. So and this is chapter 7. Sorry about that. I'll update you on what's going on. The electricity just in my room got off. Everything else in the house is running. It's just my room. Is that like a paranormal activity or somebody's doing something just really evil? We'll find out, folks. But thank you very much. In King Ya Usha's name, God bless you all. I'll upload this later and go from there.